Hey superstars, welcome back. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to set up an eBay account. As a professional record dealer, you'll use eBay quite a bit. I use eBay to check prices, to sell high dollar and oddball pieces I can't sell anywhere else, and I also buy a lot of high dollar inventory on eBay. So I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share on my computer here so I can show you firsthand how to do all this. See you inside.
Okay, here we go. So you go to ebay.com. Then we're going to click on create an account. Okay, so you want to put in your first name, your last name, your email, your password, and then hit create an account, and it will send you an email. It will automatically take you into eBay and let you start getting busy, but it will also send you an email so that you can get started verifying your account. Then once your account is verified, you can start buying and selling. So right now I'm going to go ahead and log into my account so that I can show you some things. All right, here we go. So I'm going to type in Miles Davis kind of blue. And we're going to check the prices on Miles Davis kind of blue so I can show you how I search for prices and I get a good idea of what the actual market value of a record is, so that when I go to sell it or when I go to buy it, I know exactly what to pay in order to still make money. Okay, here we go. So we have it set on records. Now we're going to go down here to the bottom and we're going to click sold items so that we get the listings that have already sold. Because we don't really want to look at what they have for sale as much as what they actually sell for. Okay, so let's see here. The next thing we want to do is we want to click on Find Format Auction. The reason I click on Auction is because people can list a record on eBay for any price that they want, and somebody can buy it at that price. And a lot of times that happens. People buy records above the market value simply because they want to, or just because it was a good listing, or because it was in great condition sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. Anyhow, not to get too hung up on that. So if you click on auction format rather than buy it now, then you'll get the actual market value. You'll see what people are willing to fight for it, the actual price that it's worth, in my opinion. If you hit the buy it now, completed sold listings, you'll be able to see, what the most a person is willing to pay for it on a good day. But in my opinion, the way that I do it is you want to go to the auction listings, then go up here. You want to find a listing that's relatively the same condition and the exact same pressing as the record that you're selling. So we're going to say that we're selling 1959 mono kind of blue 6i. The 6i means that it has the 6 eyes on the label, on the Columbia label. And we'll say that ours is in VG plus condition all the way around. So let's just have a look through here and see what the conditions are and compare them. So let's just have a look at what this one is. Okay, the record is mint to near mint. The jacket is near mint. Okay. So, and a lot of times you have to also look at the pictures, because a lot of times on eBay people overgrade the records. So you want to kind of look for yourself. Wait, let's see here. Because it's hard for me to believe that it's near mint. Okay, so there's no way that this is near mint. Let me just show you here. See all this discoloration here? This right here is VG at best. This isn't even VG plus. It's not good enough to be VG plus because it has this discoloration, in my opinion, the way that I grade. I recommend that you grade using the gold mine grading standard, and you can just Google that. And then I also recommend that when you grade your records, you grade them conservatively. Okay, so this is near mint, so this is a little bit nicer than the one that we're going to be selling. So let's go back. All right. Okay, so this looks like a good one to check out right here. It's a nice mid-price. Looks like more VG plus, VG plus. So this is like the one that we're going to be selling. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so this is perfect. So we know that let's see, this one got 17 bids for $281. So if our record is VG plus like this one, and we want to sell it at a buy it now price, and we want it to sell so that we don't have to hang on to it and sit on it, then we're going to list it, you know, $290, $280, $275. I'd probably just do it $275. I like to flip them fast. Okay, so that right there is how I get my prices, or how I figure out what I think a record is worth. So what I'm getting at here is, when you go on eBay and you figure out the price of what your record is worth, if you're going to buy a record, say for instance, I'm going to go buy a Miles Davis kind of blue, and I know it's worth quite a bit of money, so I want to find out exactly what it's worth. So I'll go through this process here, and I'll know that the record is worth $270, $280, $290. So I know that I want to buy it for, you know, I want to buy it for half that amount, or whatever profit margin you're comfortable with. Some people are happy making the $75. I personally like to at least double my money, and I really try to quadruple my money, or 5 times my money. I like to buy at 20% of what I sell at. That's my favorite. So that right there is how you price records on eBay. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to list a record on eBay. Okay, so to start, we're going to go ahead and put the title of our listing into the search bar here and hit get started and see what it pulls up. Okay, so here we go. I'd like to type in a nice title here that explains what the record is and is a little bit catchy and salesy. So we have Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, 1959 mono vinyl record, extremely rare. Let's see here. Okay, so I like to create my own listing, so I just skip all of this and go to the bottom here. Okay, here we go. So we have our title. Okay, so the first thing we have here is UPC. We're not selling a new product, we're selling a used product, so this does not apply. Okay, then we go here to condition. Our record is used. So the condition description, just skip that. Okay, now we're going to add photos. Okay, there we go. So I've added the pictures. Now let's see here. So this naturally goes to genre blues. We want to switch that to jazz, or just remove it. It's not important. People who are searching for this record, they know what they're looking for. So let's see. Okay, so really we're going to skip through all this stuff and go on down here to the description. So we're just going to put the nice title up there, and then we're going to get right to the point. I'm going to go straight to grading the record. So we're going to put vinyl equals VG plus, and then cover equals VG plus. Okay, so vinyl VG plus, cover VG plus, and if there was anything with the record that needed to be noted, like if there was a stain on the back or a scratch on the record, I would also add that into this grading section here. So let's see. The next thing we want to do is just add a little disclaimer at the end, so I'll go ahead and add that. Okay, so here we go. US buyers and shipping only. The reason I do that is it's really a pain in the butt, and sometimes it's hard to get accurate shipping quotes for shipping outside of the United States, so I keep it simple for myself because I like to run a super easy, simple, clean business. The next, no returns ever for any reason. I don't allow people to return stuff, and if you put that in the listing, it keeps the scammers away. At least it helps. You know, they're just less likely to pick on your listing if they see that you don't even mess around with returns, period. They usually go for people who offer returns and have a return policy. We don't, and that's the reason. Now, that being said, sometimes if there's a problem, eBay will make you return a customer's order or do a refund and a return. And that's just the way it goes. And it's happened to me like one time in 10 years. And I can't even remember what the reason was. I just know that it has happened before. Okay. Anyhow, after that, I go to no exceptions just to kind of be tough about it, you know, so people know this is my policy and I mean business. So that's how I go for that. Now, the next thing I do is I'll go down here. You can do auction. I used to love to do a lot of auctions. I don't do them anymore. Now I just do buy it nows. I'm really good at researching the price of a record now, so I just do it for the price that I know it's going to sell it for. I pop it up there and it sells fast. A lot of times I sell things within the hour. Other times it takes a day or two. So I'm going to go right here to fixed price. Okay, so our buy it now price, we have two options here. We can either make it, we decided 275 to 290, so we'll just do 280, and then make it a set listing with no offers, so you're firm on the price. Or what I really enjoy doing, I like to throw it up there for a little bit higher, 325, and then put best offer. And then for the first 24 hours, I'll just let people make offers on it. And sometimes, I mean, a lot of times I'll say 75%. It'll sell more. It'll sell for more than that 280, 290 price. Like somebody will see 325, and if there aren't a lot of them for sale at the quality, at the condition that we have ours listed at, then a lot of times people will just, they'll take it down to 300. They'll offer you $300 for it. And then that's just extra money for you. So those are the two different ways that you can do it. You can either be firm on your price or you can let people make offers. So we'll just leave it at this for right now. Okay, return option. Okay, so here you get down here, we do the shipping. For shipping, I do flat, same cost to all buyers. I offer media mail, and I make it $4 for 1 LP. Okay, handling time, I like to do 4 business days. And then other shipping options, I don't offer anything else. Okay, so that about does it. Then I go down here and hit list item. There you go. And there we have it. So let's go ahead and have a look at it, see how we did. Here we go, Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, 1959, mono vinyl record, extremely rare, $325. There we go. And there you have it. That's how you create a listing on eBay. Okay, so one of the other things I like to do on eBay is purchase records that I can flip on other sites. A lot of times on eBay, people have high dollar records listed, but they'll take a lot less than the actual value of the record, just because a lot of people have a lot of records and they need money. So what I'll do is I'll go on here, I'll find something I'm looking for, and then I'll make an offer on a record, a ridiculously low offer. I'll go half or a little bit less than half, and then I'll just see where the seller stands. And a lot of times you can get records for very cheap on eBay, and then you can flip them on other selling sites. And I'll teach you a little bit later in the course really what I'm talking about here. But right now I'm just going to show you how to do it. Okay, so we're just going to look for a Miles Davis Kind of Blue, and we're going to go find a good one of those and make an offer on it and see what happens. Okay, so we're going to make an offer for $100. Okay, the offer was declined, obviously, because it was so low. If you really wanted the record, you would offer a lot higher, and you keep on playing around, you'll end up getting one. You get great deals on stuff this way. So that's how I get records on eBay for great prices, and I do this a lot. I really do. There's another platform that I sell on, and a lot of times I'll come on eBay and I'll find stuff like this, and I'll get it for $600 or $500. And then I'll flip it on this other platform. I'm going to teach you guys how to sell later in the course. I'll flip it on that platform for close to $900, whatever the selling price was, $800 or whatever. And I do stuff like that a lot. So there you have it. That's how you make an offer on a record. Okay, so next I want to talk to you about setting up your eBay site. If you don't already have an established site with a high feedback score, you're going to want to go on here and spend a couple of months just buying small things. And when I say small things, you can buy stuff that you need around your house, soap, whatever you might need, or you can literally just go on here and just find something that's very inexpensive and buy it. And the reason is you want to buy a bunch of stuff, and then you want to immediately, when you get the item, leave feedback and then ask the seller to leave you feedback. Your goal is to get up around 100 feedbacks. Once you get over 100, you don't really get messed with by scammers. And it's a big thing on eBay for scammers to come on and really give you a hard time for new sellers. And this is when you're selling on eBay. When you're buying, it doesn't make a difference. You can buy whatever you want. Nobody cares what your feedback score is. So anyhow, the goal is to buy a whole bunch of stuff and get your feedback score built up, so whenever you start to sell, you look like a veteran and they don't even know that you're a rookie. So anyhow, that's how that goes. I'll just go ahead and show you real fast. We'll do record sleeves. Here we go. So you would just come on here and find some record sleeves that look like they would fit what you're looking for, and then you just buy them. Hit buy it now, bam, and that's it. You can buy stuff like when I first started mine, I remember I didn't have a lot of money. This was well over 10 years ago now, and I read a book, How to Sell on eBay, that I bought at Kinko's coffee shop. And the book told me, it taught me this principle to build up your feedback score before you ever sell anything, so that you don't get preyed on by these scammers. Okay, there you go. That's what I use eBay for. eBay is a great tool to have in your bag when you're a record dealer. We'll see you in the next lesson.